Okay, good morning. Let's get right into the stock market technical analysis. So in this video, I'm going to go through some trade ideas. This channel is all about pointing out trade ideas before they show up. Okay, so I'm not trying to give you guys past, hindsight analysis telling you about headlines and what happened and why the market moved down. That does nobody any good. What I'm trying to do is give you the setup, the technical setup based on the charts, and give you the probabilities of where things are likely to go. And then you can make a decision for yourself. So if you guys find value in the content, drop me a thumbs up. I do appreciate that. I see a few more thumbs ups on my videos, so thank you all for doing that. It's just a quick little click of the button. Keeps me encouraged to keep putting the videos out. And then if you're interested in learning this as a skill set, I put all my knowledge base down into a stock market technical analysis course, and then I didn't price it out of control. Okay, I know a lot of other guys are pricing theirs in the thousands of dollars. I kept mine, it's at $150 right now. I think that's well worth the time that I've put in to build the video, and I think it's well worth your time to take the course if you're interested. So let's get into the triple Qs. We're selling down. It's been a very choppy week so far. So you can see here on this hourly chart, we've just gone all over the place. So very difficult for me, especially with the fact that I'm putting out daily videos. So all I can do is give you the read as I see it on that day, as the day comes off. You can see today, though, they're starting to smash this thing down, at least in this hour. We've got to take out these lows here at 284.93. If we do that, then we should continue lower. All right, and looking at the daily chart, the target right now, kind of the final target on the triple Qs is going to be down here at 238. It's about 239. I've got it kind of marked out. That's your pre-COVID highs. So that's where we're at before the Fed went crazy. And yeah, I think that's the target right now. So we've got to, moving into where we're at, we got to take out the lows, the recent lows, and then we should continue down. A little bit of support I see right here, about 266, but I don't think we're going to hold up there very long. At this point, with the selling and how long the selling's been going on, we should get that capitulation selling if we start to continue lower, where it will be a swift, impulsive sell down. You'll see the VIX spike, you'll see volatility fly through the roof, and it should be just a volume should really increase, and we'll have that kind of flush out selling. So that's what I'm expecting. That's how I'm positioned right now. Again, I am short triple Qs and a lot of different other things. Again, it's been very choppy, so we've had to kind of ride out the bumps this week. And as of right now, we're just going to stay with the short trade and ride it down here to that 230, that level, those pre-COVID lows. Okay. Going back to the daily chart real quick, just keep in mind on the RSI here, we still have bullish divergence. So we're continuing to move lower in price, but the divergence here, the momentum is continuing to drift higher. Not so on the PPO. In fact, the PPO has taken out, let me zoom in here, it's taken out the bullish divergence. So that's bearish to see that you had bullish divergence and you took it out. We need to take it out in the RSI. If we do that and there's no longer bullish divergence, again, that's likely when you're going to see the waterfall selling. Small caps. So small caps hit their support that I was looking for, the price target, 169, 170 right there. That's your pre-COVID highs, zooming out on the daily chart in the small caps. So we've already hit that. So we haven't broken support. So I'm not really interested in shorting the small caps anymore. They were a great short. We captured pretty much all of that. And really the entry point, I entered way up here when we had the false breakout, but even if you entered on the breakdown of the key level, you still were able to capture about a 20%, 17.5% gain on the indice, which is really good, So again, that is, we're not, nothing really there. Let's look at the SPY. So the SPY's got a little more to go to reach its pre-COVID highs. There's the pre-COVID highs, 339.85. And I got it kind of circled. We just move this. This is our target right now. As I zoom in, you can see we're kind of bear flagging and just continuing lower. So we need to take out the lows. Let me go to the hourly here. The lows right now for the week are sitting at about 385.57 or so, 385.60. We take those out and it's just lights out. We should continue lower. And again, I don't see much in terms of clean support until we get right down there. So I am expecting the waterfall selling to start pretty soon. especially if you see the bullish divergences get taken out. So on the SPY, you'll see here on the PPO, cleanly took out the bullish divergence. It was there before, and now it's gone. So that's bearish. The RSI still has it. So if we burn through it and run down and make a lower low in the RSI, which we can do now because we've kind of stalled out and we've just reset the RSI. So to run down and make a new lower low and take out the divergence, that would be bearish, very bearish. And that's likely going to signal to the market makers and the algos that it's time to just dump everything indiscriminately. You'll see margin calls. So again, that's what we're looking for. Okay, gold. So I'm still looking for that flight to safety bid to come into gold. We're kind of right there. I mean, you can see gold's kind of flat to up this week. So relative strength going on in gold. Looking for the buyers to say, okay, we need to go to safety. Gold's, holding up. Let's buy gold. Okay. If we see that, then we're going to have a bullish setup in gold. And the other pattern that I was looking at was the potential for a bear trap or false breakdown, especially on the weekly chart here in gold. So here's your bull market in gold going back to 2018. There's your bullish trend. We're below it now, but if we pop up and recover that trend line, especially by the end of today, then we'll have that bull trap, bear trap, which means that gold should rally. So that's what I'm expecting. I'm looking for that. We'll just see how that plays out. Oil's relatively strong, so I don't see anything real. I'm not really interested in being super long oil. If you're long, I'd just stay long, but I don't see a short here either. So nothing going on in oil that I'm particularly interested in. So let's move on. Bonds. Let's look at the long bond today. This is TLT. It's a bond ETF. Bonds are bid so far this morning. I see them rallying. So again, here's how we're treating bonds. We had a downtrend line. We broke out recently. Here's a breakout. There's a back test, and we should continue higher up to our target. Okay, target right now is going to be somewhere in the 123 up to 124.50 area for that target. Also, if you go to the weekly chart, there is the potential to recover the trend line. This trend line on the weekly is a big trend line that's been in place since 2007. So you'll see here, this was support. There's another one. We broke it. So I think it is a breakdown, but I think we're going to back test. Okay, so breakdown, come in for a back test. Maybe then we roll over, but that's what we're looking for. So I think bonds are continuing higher, which would be consistent with the market selling off. Tesla, we'll look at individual trade ideas now. So Tesla, going on the daily chart here, you can see we are breaking support. We have another sell signal today. So there was your support right there at 701, 700-ish. Clear breakdown. And as far as I can tell, it's lights out. We're heading down to 550, 554, somewhere right in there. Good support down there. You can see we have a lot of reactions. 1, 2, 3. There's a couple right there. So that's where I'm thinking. We could go obviously a lot lower, but we should get a bounce down there at that 554, 555 area. So moving lower. AVGO. So I pointed this one out yesterday. Guys, if you follow along, I'm pointing out trade ideas right when they're happening, right at basically the optimal entry point, at least from my opinion. And I pointed this one out yesterday for you. So on here, you've got this trend line to watch. All right, this is a daily trend line. I've got it marked out. There's your support. And we basically were looking for a break of that trend line. Didn't really have the negative divergence on this one that I typically look for. But again, you don't have to have it. Break a trend line is a break. And we got the sell signal just yesterday. So there's a breakdown. We held the first level of support, 543. All right, that's kind of, you can see I've got it circled. We had some support right through there. And today they were still there, and I just kind of mentioned that, guys, if we break that, that's your next objective entry or a back test of the trend line. But I wasn't thinking we were going to get the back test. Again, this is like a semiconductor. A lot of the other semiconductors have already broken down, and this was kind of a holdout. So I was expecting them to start smashing this one. Sure enough, down 2%, breaking the trend line, sell signal, just continued selling. So again, should head down to this 511, probably get there today before we get a bounce. Maybe even lower. We might even head down to this level. Good support down here at 490. All right, decent support down there. You can see all the tags of resistance through there, and then it was support. So that would probably be the most likely target right there, about 490. Guys, I went back into this one short. C's. So again, this one's been pretty strong, but in general, we are back testing. So here's the pattern. We've got a bearish rising wedge pattern on the daily chart. We broke the pattern with a big sell signal triggered on May 5th. Impulsive selling ever since we got that sell signal. We're kind of back testing the first level of which was support and is now resistance. That is 57.75. All right, you can see decent support there, lots of reactions, and we've been back testing that for the last few days from below and haven't been able to break it. So I think we roll over here, head down to the next level of support, which I don't see until we get down to about 46.50. All right, that's where I got the next level of support. Really, the final target on this one, I think where we're actually heading is right down here. All right, and that is 30, 36, 88, 37, somewhere right in there. That's likely the final target. So this one came with negative divergence, this bearish rising wedge. It has everything you need, so I think we continue lower. PANW. They spiked this one in the after hours last night. I reshorted it this morning. So the thing is, it's on a sell signal, sell the rip. I talk about that all the time. You're going to get rips in these short trades that I point out. You're going to get rallies. And they are opportunities to short into, from my opinion. And so again, the PANW, here's your bull trend back from April 2020. You can see all the tags of support. We started to wedge out a little bit, but at the end of the day, negative divergence on both momentum indicators. Broke trend right here on May 5th. So that was your sell signal, and it's sell the rip ever since. All right. So you sell down, you hit support, kind of bounce around. We fell all the way down to this 420.64. And again, that's a key level I had pointed out. There's this big gap right here, and that was the first, that's the entry of the gap right there. So we hit that yesterday, and then basically that's where you get the rally from. It was technically based. All right. You hit support. That was a good opportunity to cover. Then in the after hours, they pumped it. It was up about 12, 13%, I think, today. Good opportunity to re-short. So again, we should at this point head lower, back down to the back down to this gap entry, and ultimately, probably chop around here for a few days and then break down and fill the gap. Okay, so I like that for the next move down, and it's a good opportunity, I think, for a continuation to the downside. Okay, that's all I got for this morning. So just want to give you guys kind of the morning read on the markets. Guys, drop me a thumbs up. I do appreciate that. Take the course if you haven't done so. I think you're going to get a lot of value out of that. I priced it. I don't want to give it away for free. Priced it affordable though, so it's available to you. Link in the description below. I will catch you guys on the next video. Bye.